Welcome, welcome, I'm Little Cubes and welcome back to another episode of Winds of Change. This is episode 3 and as per usual, if you missed the last episode, check the description for a recap as well as a spoiler warning for the next episode, like what's coming up in this episode as well. Or you can check the comments on the last video and to see if anyone has put a summary down on their own version of it. Since my brain doesn't work quite well when it comes to reading, I can understand things differently and therefore interpret the story differently than most. So we're not going to get too far into this, but we're going to start right now. This is where we left off last time. I'm going to open up our history. We can see what happened so far. If you want to pause and read what's going on here, it's a little reminder of what happened at the end of the last episode. And we are right here at this last one. This guy right here is from the other episode. He said, "They called out to you, Seeress. They wanted your help, and you let them down. I guess the story I heard about you were wrong." He's talking about the villagers. Let's continue.
Sylvie, you already have the blade. Let us leave. We can resolve this peacefully.
No survivors. Don't you remember the rule?
Ooh.
Like a garden, we have to pluck all the weeds.
He used to be one of the triumphant dudes. Oh boy, this is gonna get interesting.
Is that all these people are to you? Sylvie, they have a culture and history.
Yes, but it's not theirs that I'm interested in. In fact, I'm only here to claim the Seeress' soul. Everything else was just for fun, for sport.
I still don't like him. You can't have my soul. That's not happening. This becomes personal as they seem to know each other. They both worked for opposing forces. I'm sure they've fought before. It sickens me that he likens killing, and the villagers are a sport.
You don't mean...
My orders had nothing to do with burning down this village. I wasn't supposed to kill anyone unless I had to, either. But you know, my apprentice isn't very fun to train with.
Don't like him. My chair is squeaky. Stop being squeaky chair.
Disgusting. Valessa, take the Seeress and run. I'll catch up with you at Peregrino.
Don't tell him where we're going. Ulric pulls out his blade and assumes a fighting stance. Sylvie does the same and their eyes meet in deadlock. I look at Valessa and we nod before starting to run. Unfortunately, we don't make it very far. We hear Ulric scream and we turn back to look. Oh no. Sylvie smirks at us, his blade deep in Ulric's abdomen. Please don't die, I liked him.
Where do you think you're going, you two? It would be rude to leave before I'm done with you. Watch, and you'll see why you can never win.
You weren't invited here. Go away. With a grin on his face, he twists the blade inside Ulric. That noise was not lovely. Deafening? As possible, the gear on the base starts to spin. Soon after, everything is engulfed in a blinding white light.
Please, run.
I just figured out the people have gone into his sword. That's what's going on. The souls of the people and their bodies have gone into the sword. That's why there's a flash of light, and I bet you he's gone now. We hear Ulric's final words as the light subsides. Then everything is back to normal. He is completely gone. Oh boy. No blood, no body, just Sylvie standing there with pride.
What? What did you do?
I put his spirit to good use. Like I planned to do with your little friend.
I don't like him. I don't like him at all. He points behind us and we turn to look. The scattered pieces of armor of the ground start to move. Oh, wonderful. They assume They assemble, forming bodies that move in slow, stiffened fashion. But after a few minutes, the movements become more natural. It isn't much longer until an army of... that's not animations. What is that? Automotions? Block our path. There was nowhere to go. Solvi blocked the other side.
You're using the spirits to power that armor. Does that mean we've been fighting our own?
Oh, that's unsettling.
Now you finally understand. The force of life itself bends to the triumvirate. There's no way that you could hope to stop us.
Why do you have that power? Why would they give it to you? He takes slow steps towards me, holding out his blade. I finally understand why it is so important to the Triumvirate. They could command an army of spirits simply by possessing it?
As soon as I harvest the Seeress' soul, I'll leave. Valessa, if you behave, I might let you go. Visit the rebels. Tell them what's coming.
Ooh, does that mean they're gonna kill me and that's the end of this? This is it. He attacked me. The vision would end. I was armed with the information I needed to counter this attack. The true purpose, the major players, and even the nature of the blade. I was so certain of his victory, I had no idea. He was so certain of his victory, he had no idea. I took a step forward, embracing what was to come. When the future came to Valinorth, we would be ready. I don't like that noise! He thrusts the blade inside of me with a little effort. The pain is so intense, but I'm overcome with hope. As my vision fades, I find the strength to say one final thing. Oh, I get to pick what I say. It's over, Sylvie. You've already lost. Sylvie, Valinorth will never fall to you. That one. Please tell me there's more, and this is not the end of episode 1. Please tell me there's more. Come on. Ooh, there's more. Yay! Where am I? This is my house. My eyes shoot open, and I instinctively clench my gut. The pain from the vision lingers, pulsing through my body. Panting heavily, I squirm in pain, waiting for it to fade. Ah! Don't make that! That scared me. God darn it. Why? I fell off the side of my bed and slammed to the floor. Thankfully, that makes me feel lucid, stopping the pain. For a moment, as if I exist in both scenarios. That's weird. I rise to a sitting position and focus on my breathing. Still in shock of what happened, my heart beats frantically. It takes a while before it slows down, but I happily wait. When these negative feelings subside, I stand up. The vision I just experienced plays on a loop in my head. I had to warn Mylus. I had to ensure that didn't happen. A knock sound on my door. I look up in fright. I lock up in fright? Oh, that makes sense. After what I just saw, my mind is filled with anxiety. Thankfully, a voice calls to me. I am put at ease. It's my friend, right?
Hey, Seeress! Open up! Don't make me wait all day again.
Who are you? Oh gosh. I really wish they'd say their name before I had to read it. Fortame? He's my best friend and Valessa's student. As my scribe, she had to train a backup, so to speak. A terrible scenario to plan for, but it had to be done. I rush over to the door and quickly unlock it. Welcoming him in, I notice a huge grin on his face. I feel relaxed. It's a brief reminder of safety.
Did you just wake up? Oh, jeez. I hope we won't be late. Don't tell me you forgot what day it is.
I have no idea what day is. You are a bunny with giant ears, and you are amazing. Okay, jokey, flirty, whatever. I don't need your help. You have to refresh my memory. Let's go with that one.
Huh? Did you forget?
Yes.
Oh well, I don't blame you. There's lots going on lately. You're being officially inducted today. You know, the ceremony to brand you as a Seeress? It should have happened ages ago, but stuff got in the way.
Brand me as in like hot knife or a hot metal thing? I hope not.
Let's not delay it anymore, alright? Just sign this paper before we go. Mylus wants it. Consent for the ceremony.
Okay. Can I take it to him myself? I need to talk to him. Use the keyboard to enter your name. Yay! Okay, please tell me I can put spaces. I can. Yay, okay. That's
Thanks. This is exactly what I'll need. Put on something fancy. I'll wait outside.
Fancy. Please tell me, can I pick my outfit? I reached out and tried to stop him, but he's already gone. It's for the better, though, as he mustn't know what I saw. Why not? The only people authorized to know were Mylus and Valessa. I walked over to my wardrobe and took out an outfit. Can somebody read his name for me? Fortime pointed out I'm still in my small clothes? What's small clothes? There's no space, so if it was a big day, I guess have to dress the part. Ooh, elegant menswear or beautiful dress? I'm gonna go to dress because I want to see it. Yes, that should be fine. I slip into a dress and turn back to my room. I take in everything at once. It's a huge mess. Once I meet Fortime, we might be busy for a while. I should finish up any last-minute business while I can. But at the same time, I shouldn't keep him waiting for long. Oh, I get to look around more stuff. Let's do, what's this? My cooking space is so messy, it's embarrassing. I'm glad Fortime doesn't stay and visit. It would have been lecture after lecture. Okay, let's look at the bed. I finally wish I could just hop back into bed. I really wish I could just hop back into bed. But I guess I have responsibilities and stuff. I should keep Mylus in the dark. I shouldn't keep Mylus in the dark for much longer. Can I look at the sword? The sword has been above my bed for as long as I can remember. It is ceremonial and it shouldn't do anything in the fight. It wouldn't really do anything in the fight. Fortime gave it to me when we were younger. That's how we met. Oh, that's cute. Books. It's a book on the true reach of spirits. A very... What kind of word is that? Divisive? That's not how you say it. Topic, and one of that is always debated.
The true reach of spirits. It is a widely held belief that plant life is a container for spiritual energy. Because this energy is so pure, residents of forested areas tend to lead a happier and more fulfilling life. While many are frightened at the ability for the spirits to influence our mood, they have yet to do so in a negative fashion. To this end, many people actively seek out homes in areas surrounded by nature and this positive energy. Whether negative or positive, being influenced with unknown intent is concerning to many people. It seems to be tolerated simply because the power helps in a beneficial way. What if the realm of spirits were to lash out and make us aggressive or worse? What if they are conditioning our minds to slowly bend to their will? At that point, they could make us do any manner of bidding. This is the thought that also keeps many away from such areas of Alestia. But as there are numerous large cities, finding a home that suits your belief is far from impossible. Many ask the Triumvirate to speak on this, but they remain ever silent on the matter. Is it possible that not even our rulers know the true nature of the spirits and their reach? August Veyer.
Cool. Alright, what else could we look at? Window, maybe? The town looks so peaceful and so quiet. It's a far cry from the way I saw last night. Hopefully the vision was far off and not impeding. Oh, right here, book. The last time Fortime came over, he left his journal. Of course, it has nothing to hide, and he's always open. I often benefit from his readings. He's smarter than he lets on.
On scribes and visions. The scribe of Valinorth is a very important position, and one not to be taken lightly. Tasked with hearing and interpreting the visions of the seer or seeress, they bear a large mental burden. The spirits have their own language, and many visions are cryptic in nature. Though visions have become more clear over time, they started out as a mess of metaphors and confusion. It's almost as if, over many years, the realm of spirits has found ways to communicate more efficiently. This is interesting for many reasons. We must wonder if the realm of spirits is a physical entity, capable of growing and learning. There is no real explanation for this growing level of clarity in communication. It is widely believed that the realm of spirits hosts the souls of those who have left our world, but nobody has ever actually communicated with the dead or seen a long-lost loved one. Instead, these spirits grant visions of the future to those capable of witnessing them. Almost like a warning, they've helped keep Valinorth safe, and Alestia by extension. Either way, because the visions have become more straightforward, the scribe is more of a ceremonial position. Rather than carrying any real weight, it is just an attempt to continue Valinorth's tradition. Recently, Valinorth has given the scribe their own protege, someone to take over if the worst should happen. For this reason, I study valiantly under Valessa. Fortem.
Fortem? Oh, I'm not gonna remember his name. What was I gonna say? Right here. Where was it? Given the scribe their own. Yeah, recently they give the scribe their own protege. Why would they do that recently if something hadn't changed? What's that? The bread is hard as a rock, but I guess it's better than nothing. I'm in a hurry. I'll grab one and eat it on the go. This character is not in your party. Okay. I don't remember what these books do. Okay, can I click on the map to leave the house? Are you about to visit the world map for the first time? Click the question mark on the bottom right corner for a tutorial. The story flow and explanation will be explained in more detail. I just want to leave my house. That's all I want. When I exit my house, I feel a wave of heat overcome me. The sun pierces through the canopy of Valinor in fierce intensity. Some of the residents may use makeshift fans looking utterly exhausted. Oh, what was his name? I don't remember. It's not Fortime. I know I was reading it wrong. Fortem, I think. However, standing there unaffected, a huge smile on their faces.
Wow! I didn't expect you to look that fancy. Nice dress. You're really pulling it off. You should do my wardrobe next to go out. Hey, are you okay? You look a little shaken up. Are you nervous about the ceremony? Oh, I see. Perhaps we should find Valessa first. It must have been bad if you're acting like this. But hold on. Just remember the basics.
What basics?
Visions are never foolproof. They're always full of errors. It's like looking at a painting. It's up to interpretation. Everyone who looks at it will walk away with something different.
I guess. Foolproof? Not foolproof, foolproof.
Not that I have visions, I'm just trying to help. Valessa will make sense of everything you saw. I know it. Sometimes visions make mountains out of mud piles. Whoa, really? Scare me down to death, why don't you? Let's put everything on hold then, get Valessa. We're supposed to meet her in the town square. But if this is as bad as you say, you better tell me too. Not as a scribe in training, but as a friend. Got it?
Love thing, no. I'm sorry, I have to obey the rules. You're asking me to break our sacred traditions. I'll have to play it by ear. You've got it. I don't want to break the rules, but I feel like I should tell him. Let's do that one.
Whoa, I'm not asking you to break anything. Actually, I guess I am if you really want to label it. But that makes me sound like such a bad person. Anyway, we should head to Town Square. With this vision business, we'll have a busy day. Don't waste too much time, alright?
Forte. What was his name? It's not Forte. It's not Forte. Can I hear it again in the history? Was now permanently joined your party. A Conrad joins your party also retroactively unlocks content. For example, you can bring whatever his name is into your home and talk to him there. It is a good idea to form a habit of revisiting previous areas. Oh, that's cool. Cool. This is more interactive than I thought it would be. This is Fortemay's house, and it's in tip-top shape. It looks brand new. He must take good care of it. As I get closer, I notice a book left out on the porch. It has his name on the front, so I can only assume it's his own work.
Visions and paintings. The vision from the spirits is apparently more like a painting. When a vision is over, a seer or seeress can often vividly recall the bigger picture, while smaller elements are lost in translation. For example, if the vision was about the death of a villager, that part would be clear. However, how they died and what reaction each individual villager had to their death would be unclear. Instead of knowing this information, it is more like a gut feeling or a single interpretation of the events. In some cases, it is as if the spirit sent us a single picture of an event, and then the seer or seeress goes on to act it out in a dream in whatever way they can make sense of it. If at any time there was more than one seer or seeress, it is likely that their interpretations of each vision would be vastly different. But as there is only one seer or seeress at a time, we will never be able to put this to the test. Instead, the scribe discusses each vision in depth with the seer or seeress, and they come to an agreeable interpretation. Oftentimes, the smaller elements are disregarded, and only the bigger picture is given any credence. Using that death as an example, we would only assume that death is coming to Valinorth. Digging into why it was going to happen would be impossible. Although, as the spirit's ability to reach out to us and communicate slowly increases over time, we have to wonder if soon these visions will be concrete, and interpretations would become a thing of the past. Fortem.
Fortem. His name is Fortem. I gotta remember that.
Isn't that cool to think about, Seeress? The spirits are artists, and your mind is the canvas. There's so much work required in interpreting visions.
Cool.
Of course, the spirits grow stronger every day. It's already gotten to a point where a scribe is near useless. I have more volumes written on the subject. I'm sure you'll find them.
Is that...
Can you believe how much stronger they've gotten, though? I wrote this book years ago and it's almost outdated. We've been able to witness so much growth in one generation.
Does that mean these books are going to be like a collectible in this game? Oh, now it's over here. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's right. It tells me what I'm supposed to find. This is my home. It's not much to say. I know it's a mess inside, but I have to fix it later. Maybe... what was his name? Fortem. And I could have private word inside.
A bit bigger than my house, but mine has more rooms. Which is better, though? More rooms or more space? My interior design books don't really cover that aspect.
More space, more rooms, get more privacy, both are great. I like bigger rooms.
So, you think more space is better? I guess you'll just have to invite me over more often. And if you ever change your mind, you're welcome at my place.
That's cool. Alright. What else to look at? This house? I must be blessed with peaceful neighbors. I've never heard a single peep come from next door. What was his name? Gosh darn it. I don't know. It's so loud, but thankful he lives across the street. With him next door, I'd probably die of sleep deprivation.
Aw, are you thinking about me? I saw the way you looked at me just now. Give it to me straight. What's going on? I'll take that as a compliment, actually. The louder you are, the more fun you're having. You'll have to come and join me sometime.
Oh, I agree with that. He laughs and turns away from me. That's a hint of blush on his face, but covers it up. He's quite reckless in his youth, but isn't almost everyone. Alright, let's go find Valessa. So here. Okay, so we finished that. We need to go to Town Square. The Town Square is a serene and beautiful place like usual. A far cry from how I saw it in my last night's vision. I take a deep breath and relax. We're all safe.
Hey, nice to see you again. I was starting to worry you might be late. Thankfully, we still have time to spare.
She runs up to me and gives me a tight hug. I glance over at... Gosh darn it, what was his name? It's not Damek, it's not... Fortem! It's Fortem! I will remember that eventually. I glance over at Fortem and he appears embarrassed.
Oh my, is this a hint of romance I see? And in public too? People will start to talk.
Shut it, Fortem! Nobody asked you. I was just excited to see the Seeress. Remember how special today is?
Yes. Alright, at least ask before hugging me. She's just enthusiastic, so what if there's something between us? I don't comment on rumors or speculations. That's something I would say.
Oh my, a lover's quarrel too? Guess today is special for me after all.
You're weird, but I like it.
But I guess there's more important matters at hand. Sorry for getting sidetracked. I'm all over the place. Do your thing. I'll be waiting over there by the tank.
Okay. He runs off to the water tank and rests against it. He's definitely out of earshot, so I could talk to Valessa. We need to meet up with Mylus so they can hear about my vision.
I swear, Fortem can be so insufferable. Be glad you don't work with him as much as I do.
Yeah.
He keeps things interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, he's kind of annoying. Hey, that's gonna be kind of harsh. Can't we just all get along? That one.
Of course we can. We're best friends. I was just poking fun. Aren't we supposed to do that? Jeez, something about this doesn't add up at all.
Something about what?
Fortem would never willingly walk away from us. He'd only do that if he's not allowed to listen in. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but you had a vision, didn't you?
Yep.
Oh, really? I knew something was off. You seemed different. I didn't want to bring it up, but now I know why. Should we go to the Grand Tree then? It might be good to discuss this in private. If I tell the villagers, they won't bother us.
No, we need to get to Mylus and fast.
Whoa, you're starting to creep me out, Seeress. Involving the Elder? That's very serious.
Yes, it is.
But I trust your judgment. I really do. Let's grab Fortem and head to Mylus' place. If it's actually that bad, you should be there with us. Just promise me one thing. Do your best to keep calm. Some of the villagers are already looking your way. If they see you freaking out, they'll freak out too.
Great. Valessa has now permanently joined your party. Like before, new content has been unlocked in old areas, but a new feature, Parallel Chronicles, has also been unlocked. A brief tutorial on what will follow after the dialogue window. Parallel Chronicles. The world of Valessa is a living, breathing place. Though the story takes place from your perspective, a large cast of characters is always up to something. In the top left of applicable maps, you can view side plots by clicking on the character's mini portrait. That's awesome! You can do this in any order, but it's highly recommended that you do them in the order you see them. Ooh. Cool! These guys, cool! Okay, so we're gonna get into side missions and continue the story in the next episode. What was I gonna say? I don't remember, but remember to subscribe if you don't want to miss the next episode. Leave a like if you like it so I know to keep recording. What was the other one? Comment your version of this story, what you think is happening. Remember to leave a spoiler warning at the top of that. And share with your friends if you think they'd like it as well. See you next time. Bye-bye.